Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Hello students, I am Vidya from G.K.Jain School. Now I am going to teach you about nucleus of the cell from class 7. In the previous video itself, we have been discussed about different types of structure which are present inside the cell. So that different types of structure of the cell are called as cell organelles. In this, nucleus is the one of the cell organelle which is present in the cell. This nucleus is present animal cell as well as plant cell. See, this is the structure of the nucleus. Inside the nucleus, nucleolus is present. This is the nucleolus. There are one or two nucleolus is present in the cell. And here, the thread-like structures are called as fibrils. And they are called as chromatin. So after that chromatin diffusion, during the cell division, the chromatid diffused and they are modified as a chromosomes. So the nucleus consists chromosomes. The chromosomes are the responsible for the inheritance. That means that characteristics, inheritance of the characteristics from one generation to another generation. The transformation of the characteristics from one generation to another generations occurs because of the chromosomes are present inside the cell. The fluid-like substance are present inside the nucleus is called as karyoplasm, or it is also called as nucleoplasm. So during the cell division, first this karyokinetics will happen. Karyokinetics means the separation of the nucleus, and this is the granules. The small particles are present inside the nucleus or the granules, and this is condensed chromatin. So this chromatin only will modified as the chromosomes. It stores genetic information, and this is the nuclear pores. The holes are present near the nucleus membrane. That pores are called as nuclear pores, and the boundary of the nucleus are called nuclear membrane. Boundary of the nucleus is called as nuclear membrane, and these are the fibrils. The small particles are fibrils. So far we have been discussed about the structure of this nucleus and what are the function of the nucleus. As I told you already, the main function of the nucleus is to transformation of inheritance of character from one generation to another generation. So this function are done by the chromosomes are present inside the nucleus, since it is stored the genetic information, and it is also considered as the brain of the cell, because how our brain controls all other function in our body. In the similar way, this nucleus control all the chemical reaction and processes what are taking place inside the cell. So that is why this nucleus is considered as a brain of the cell, and also it is called as a control room of the cell. Control room. This nucleus is considered as a control room of the cell. So what are the functions? It controls all the processes and chemical reactions that take place inside the cell, and inheritance of character from one generation to another generation done by this nucleus, since it carries chromosomes. What are the specialized cells we have in our body? See, the epithelial cells and muscle cells, nerve cells and red blood cells. So about these type of specialized cells we will discuss with pictures. And here, before going to see about these four types of specialized cells, we have to know what is stem cells. The culture stem cells are quite amazing because they have ability to divide and multiply. At the same time, they will develop into any other kind of cells and it will take care of the functions what are done by the different kinds of cell. They will develop as different kinds of cell, and also they will do what are the functions can take place by the cells, that particular cells. See, this stem cells can be modified as intestinal cells. If we need intestinal cell, this term cell will modified as an intestinal cells, and if we want liver cell, we can make this stem cell as a liver cell, and if we want cardiac cell, we can make the stem cell as a cardiac cell. So likewise, we can modify this cultured stem cell into any other kind of cells to do the particular functions. So because of this reason, our scientists or medicos utilize this culture stem cells to cure and prevent some diseases like spinal cord injury. So these are the very important and they are amazing one in our body. Epithelial cells. Epithelial cell make up epithelial tissues. It is simplest tissues. The epithelial cells, they are mostly flat and columnar in shape. The function of the epithelial cells are they cover the surface of the body for protection. They also act as a barrier in between the organs so that no organs involved in other organs functions. So you can find these type of epithelial tissues in our skin. And next one is muscle cells. Muscle cells makes up muscle tissues, and muscle tissue can be categorized into skeletal muscle, smooth muscle and cardiac muscle. And this is also categorized based on their function as voluntary and involuntary muscles. Voluntary muscle means skeletal. We can consider this skeletal muscle as a voluntary muscles because the movement take place with our control. But cardiac muscle and smooth muscles are the involuntary muscles because the heart is made up of cardiac muscle, but the function of the heart is not under our control. So that is why the cardiac muscles are considered as a involuntary muscles, and they are long and spindle shaped. These muscle cells are long and spindle shaped. They can contract and relax, allowing the cell for movement. And next one is a nerve cell. The body of the nerve cell is branched with an elongated nerve fiber. This is nerve fiber. The body of the nerve, this is cell body. Nerve cell body. The body of the nerve cell connected with the elongated nerve fiber, and these are the terminal endings and myelin sheath. This fiber made up of myelin sheath, and this one is called as, this fiber is called as a axon. And tendrils are extended from the cell body, nerve cell body, and inside the cell body the nucleus is present. This is what nucleus. The nerve cell are specialized to carry and conduct messages that coordinates the function of the body. It conducts the messages to brain and order from the brain to all other organisms. All other organs in the body. So these are the function of the nerve cell. And the next one is red blood cells. They are round, biconcave and disc shaped. So you can see in this picture. They are round shaped and biconcave. The cave like structure are present both side of the RBC. So they are disc in shape. Red blood cells carry oxygen and collect carbon dioxide from various parts of the body. And Red blood cells are produced from bone marrow. This is what bone marrow. You can see the spongy like substance present inside the bone. That is called as bone marrow, and they are lack of nucleus. The nucleus are not present inside the RBC. The lifespan of RBC is approximately 120 days because of lack of nucleus. Luckily, the body make about 2 million RBC every seconds. So that lifespan of RBC cells are very short. But even though the body make about 2 million RBC every seconds, it's a quite amazing thing of the RBC. I hope this video will be useful for you all. We will see the continuation of this lesson in the next video. Thank you.